Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Hey, B.
Hey, B.
B, I've got something to show you in a minute. Been enjoying doing some colouring at night to wind down. That's such a good wind down, isn't it?
I prefer a wind up myself.
B downloaded the colouring book. I think that's what she's meaning.
Nice.
Got 2.5 width, 3 metre long. I've got to scroll back up. 3 metre long curtain on the table. It's got to be finished today and another one to do tomorrow. Oh, wow.
Hey, Carol, Jenny, Granny Sue.
Hey.
Julia.
Carol was the first again. Miraba. Julia.
At least Carol wasn't like 5 hours early this time.
There's Jenny.
Although you're always welcome
Sue.
to turn up as early as you want in the chat.
Jenny and
Talk
Jen.
amongst yourselves. Hey, Jackie.
And Deb and Jackie. Hello. Hello, Lucy. Sorry if I sound a little bit croaky today. I've still got this blinking virus thing.
Makes her blink a lot.
Oh. Sad life. It's not sad.
Yeah.
I've been waiting all my life to spend most of the day in my craft room. And a lot of that time in my craft room, if I'm not videoing, if I'm not making a video myself, I'm watching someone else. So sometimes both at the same time.
So let's pretend it's not sad at all.
It's not sad at all. Right, for a few seconds I'm going to put my beloved confetti on, but it won't be for long, I promise, for people that don't like it. I just love it. Makes me smile.
It's a lot less clean up than real confetti.
That is true. A lot more environmentally friendly. Right, okay, and I think we're going for... Ta-da!
Yay!
Hello! I've got my dangler tree up behind me with my tags on it. Oh, wrong way. My tags on it. And some of my danglers, but you really got, even though I've pulled the table, right, the table is only about a metre behind me now. I've rearranged the room a bit. You still can't see it, but I put a slightly better picture of it in the live stream follow along room. But you still can't really see it. Oh, I don't know what Julia's saying, but she's put a sad face.
Saying it's sad for her that she doesn't know the language and what's spoken.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did explain at one point how to translate when, the pre-recorded videos, but of course it's not going to work on a live, is it? Oh, it's amazing being retired. Even if you're doing something that you enjoy doing and something that's creative like you do, it's still a job, isn't it? It's something you've got to do every day, no matter what you feel like. Yeah. Thank you. I promise you, it's so much better in real life. I'm going to move that little dolly. I'm going to see if I can bring this over a bit. Even then, even that close, it still doesn't have the same effect as seeing it in real life, but you can kind of get it. I've got loads of branches left. This is a good little tree, actually. So it only cost me, I think it was just over 25 quid from Amazon, and you had to do some self-assembly.
It looks so much better in person.
It really does. It's so much better in person. That doesn't do it justice, does it? There. I don't know why I can't, and I couldn't really get a good photo either.
It looks better in motion than photos too, but
yeah, true. I did think maybe I could do like a little short video on the phone, get it in a good light and try doing that, but it's very difficult.
Yeah, this webcam isn't very good, is it?
No, and my lighting in here is bad, and anything sort of behind me sort of fades away. Been watching Great Cove with Christina now in Suffolk Puffs. She's doing the little wreaths out of Suffolk Puffs, isn't she now? And did you see the trees that she did? She did Christmas trees. She like got strips of fabric, plaited 3 of them together into a cord, and then she like did that with it with beads in between. to create this little Christmas tree show. So it looked amazing. Yeah. Hi, Kelly. And Linda. I just answered Linda's comment and didn't say hello to her. I'm going to be doing, I've got my 12 Days of Christmas box from the Stitch Kit. So, I didn't bring up the ones I've already done.
Oh, what's wrong with you?
So I made the gonk. No, I would call it a gnome, but they called it a felted gonk last Wednesday, didn't I? I did the reindeer on Monday. Today should be day 3, because this is, although they're calling it Advent box, it's like a 12 Days of Christmas box. So to me, Advent and 12 Days of Christmas are 2 different things, so I find that a bit confusing. But so I'm kind of doing one every other day. It should be day 3 today, but I can see this is one of the canted cross stitches in the kit, so I don't think I can focus on that while I'm watching comments and stuff. Hey, Rachel. Yeah. So I'm going to skip it and go to day 4, and I'll do day 3 quietly by myself. I can't remember what's in here, so I've messed up the wrapping now, but they all have this lovely Christmas ribbon and Christmas paper. And
I'm afraid you're fired.
So that's day 4. And I can't remember what this was now. That's why I'm sort of semi-wrapped them again so I can have the fun of opening again. Oh no, we've got another gonk, but this time it's macrame, however you're supposed to say it. Oh no, that's difficult because it needs a board and pins, which I have got. I'm going to use. Oh poop! I might have to skip another day and go and get this.
Oh.
Oh no! I don't think I've got it. It doesn't live where it used to. I can't remember what I've done with it. No. It's okay. Oh, by the way, now before I stand up, I'm going to confess because you're going to see anyway. Oh no, you're not. But I'm going to do it now anyway. Still in my PJs.
How long do you think it's going to be till she puts the headphones back on this time, guys?
So I'm thinking this is what I'm going to use to do this macrame on. This is like, there's a whole set of 6 or 8 of these that all like interlock together, and I think they're meant to be as a gym mat, but I got them for blocking my crochet on. You know, where you dampen it and spread it out flat and pin it out to dry. So it's quite good because you can interlock it in different shapes depending on what it is you're blocking. When I had to do a shawl last year, I had to use all the blocks. So that's what I'm going to be doing. What did you say that I missed? Bee's calling you a bugger. What did you do? What did you say?
Possibly answer that.
You're doing it! It's the headphones again, isn't it?
Oh, that couldn't have gone better.
I listened to everything he was saying last time when I didn't realise, and there I was all... So before I get stuck into this though, I'm going to go to the split view now. Now, did I miss anything that was actually important that wasn't just Tom taking the mick out of me? So here's the beautiful doll that I'm sure all of you here will have seen already that Bee sent me for our Pass the Box project. Bee very kindly sent the template, the cardboard templates as well. I've scanned them and put them into Gumroad as a free download. You're getting a sneaky peek because this video won't go out till tomorrow, so the link won't go out to anyone until tomorrow. But I had to go at making the little doll myself, and I did it 2 different ways. So this is my version of the little doll. It's a bit rough and ready, but you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. And I did this in a completely different kind of fabric, but you could do it in a woven cotton like Bee's done, or calico or linen or whatever you've got, or an old t-shirt, to be honest. So that's coming out tomorrow, so I just thought I'd show Bee while she's here. And I had to go at doing a different kind of face as well, and I showed on the video, I showed 2 different ways. I showed how to make the head and attach it kind of to the front of the neck like Bee has done. so that it sits nicely and makes that jawline, that chin, and it doesn't wobble
It does
about.
add that nice little touch, doesn't it?
Yeah, because somebody said,
Makes it more three-dimensional.
yeah, the head always wobbles for me. So if you like just sit the head like that on top of a neck, it will. You'll always get that floppy head thing. But this way,
Looks like old tights.
and then I
It
was
does a bit.
experimenting with this one. So I did this in a different way that I'll show on. You'll see on the video if you want to watch it. But you can actually turn the head, which I thought was quite cute.
Yeah.
So I just thought I'd show B that while we're there. And yeah, I've sort of just scanned the cardboard pieces, and then learned some of my new skills I've learned on Inkscape over the last week doing the colouring book. I put to good use. Made the little template
show
up.
off here.
I know. Speaking of which, before we go any further, thanks, Kelly. Yeah, because the idea with the face is that I've just made the little dips for the eyes. I've just stitched through because that'll all be covered by hair, won't it? And then I will sew little beads into those dips.
Works quite well without even having the beads in there, doesn't it?
Just really, kind of, yeah, you definitely could leave it, and you could just do a little stitch there for a mouth rather than stitch a mouth.
Yeah.
But you could stitch
Gives
eyebrows.
a certain sort of cute look.
Yeah, you could put ears as well, but I ran out of time really, to be honest. And I think because I use this stretchy fabric and stuffed it out a bit harder, it doesn't have the nice sort of floppiness, so that it sits nicely that Bees has got. And I think I attached the arms too low down. They should have been slightly higher up.
I know what the face
It doesn't
reminds
matter,
me
they'll
of.
all look different.
If you did have little black beads there for the eyes, the face reminds me of Sad Sack from the Raggy Dolls.
Yeah.
Hey, Maria.
Hey, Maria. Thank you, Julia. So this is the other thing. This is another free downloadable thing on Gumroad, and I have put links to this and what else? The stitch kit thing with the discount codes are all in the description box for this live as well. So this is the Arty Fartist Community Colouring Collections. This is 13 of us got together and contributed various numbers of pages to this. You can see the variety of stuff there.
That's one particularly prolific contributor here.
Abgarok, who's who prompted the whole thing in the first place. It's something I thought would be really fun to do. But when Abgarok contacted me and said, look, I've got these images I've done, I thought I'd share them anyway, but I know you mentioned a colouring book. What about these? That just prompted me to get going, so I'm really glad that they got in touch. So yeah, there's all sorts of this huge variety of different kinds of images, and if you're not into colouring and things, there are lots and lots of ways you could interpret this as stitching, felting, all kinds of things. Even Tom came up with the idea of using one of the glass coasters that Sue gave us, 00 Sue, and putting a Zentangle design on, and I did think,
as it happens, Sue's Zentangle things happen to fit perfectly the way we printed it. Yeah.
So does this. So this is, I printed these just to show that you could do them at whatever size you like, because we vectorised the images so they'll scale up and down nicely as well. And this just happens to fit perfectly. So I'm thinking on my glass coaster, I'm going to do like a reverse thing where I'll do the outline first in black, probably paint pen. Then when that's dry, I'll paint the blocks of colour in, and then last of all I'll probably paint just a white to make it more opaque.
Yeah.
And end up with a...
By the way, you sounded confused in the video about what it was I actually said I was going to do, talking about etching
you said
or something.
you were going to etch or something, did you?
No.
I remembered it wrong.
The plan was to print it with a laser printer and then use acetone to transfer the toner to the glass.
Oh, exciting.
The toner is basically plastic, kinda. And the
So
acetone will melt it, and then it'll stick to the glass, and then you use water to remove the paper from the back of it afterwards, and
But
it
the
remains
plastic
stuck
will
to the
stay.
glass.
That would be an interesting technique to try. Maybe you could do that on video.
Put it on there quite nicely. Maybe.
Maybe you could print some off for me on your because I've got inkjet printer, so I just realised I'm kind of off. I'm talking away here and you probably can't even see me, can you? Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, Claire's off work. Got to pop in and say hi.
Claire! Good for you.
You feeling any better, Claire? Because you've been ill recently, haven't you?
I think a few of us have had these horrible viruses. Yeah. Kerry's been bad, hasn't she?
Off,
Jackie's been bad.
But yeah. It's
I've been bad.
doing the rounds.
I'm dosed up with...
probably going to be, because I've been hanging
You've been
out
around
with
me a lot,
Typhoid Mary here.
Well, I was blaming public transport, but... So, lots of water, alternating ibuprofen and paracetamol, and just waiting for it to be over, really. Oh, you as well, Karen. Oh, it's awful, isn't it?
It's got to be worse for you, because you're about the same size as the virus.
Wait till I find out what you were saying when I
hand-to-hand fight.
didn't have my headphones on. Okay, let's find out what's in here. I think all I said was
I couldn't possibly answer that because you didn't have your headphones on, so you wouldn't hear me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm hoping normal pins would do, because if I have to go searching for my kind of T pins that I usually use on this, it's going to be a problem.
Hey, Janet.
Sniffing now. Hey, Janet. Enjoying your breakfast. Are you in the States, Janet? Oh, all us poorly people. I was listening to and watching Christine on a video yesterday, and she was saying, "Oh, I'm just going to have to stop and put the aircon on a minute." It's so funny, isn't it? It's us like freezing. I'm sitting there with the rug over my knees.
I mean, I did have to open the window the other day because it's a bit too warm.
It's a lovely shade of red. It probably doesn't look it on camera, but it's a really nice shade of red, actually.
It looks very red on camera.
It's actually a much less fire engine. My camera always does this with reds, doesn't it? I think the combination of red and black is going to be a bit of a struggle, actually. Though.
We've got to remember to go through and have another go at doing the...
what that bit's for?
The look-up thingy.
Oh, the colour, to change the colours. Yeah. It's like with some colours, it seems to knock out the yellowness. With other things, it adds, like with this, it's definitely adding yellowness because it's much more cherry. Like I can only describe it as a cherry red. I can't think.
I think I might buy one of those colour chart things. You can get them for sort of calibrating cameras and displays and so on. They've just got a set of well-known colours sort of printed accurately. And you can use it to make sure that all those different colours are going to be represented.
That would be really good if it would. I mean, end of the day, I know
it's just a little sheet of paper printed out, so it'd only cost like $5 or something.
Yeah.
But
there's a limit to how good my equipment is going to make things look anyway. But also, my camera's at a funny angle,
expensive,
which I can't seem to change. No matter what I do, I just make it worse. So I'm just leaving it. Oh no, I've got to learn knots, and I can't remember. I haven't done macrame for a long time.
That does look pretty easy from those
diagrams. The knot bearing cord, that's the cord you're tying a knot around. The knotting cord K, the cord you're knotting with. Oh, we're only doing the square knot. That's all we're doing. Okay.
Well, that's easy.
I also need a macrame board or pin board, tape measure and pins. Okay, I think we're all right because I've got a measure along here. I think this will do.
I'm sure you'll manage. It's only a tree. Well, it's not a tree, but it's basically a tree.
I'm going to use the... Yeah, it is basically a tree. I'm going to use the instructions to make the actual knot if I need to. And cut straight to the how to begin. Okay. Start by cutting the 4mm red cord into 2 6-metre pieces.
Exactly, Jackie. Super easy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always my least favourite stage, Claire, when things are okay, but then the coughing starts. It's just,
and you just feel
wants to become an external
for
organ.
Ages. Yeah. I can't even find the end of this. That would be a start, wouldn't it? Okay, into 2 6. I'm just going to fold the whole thing in half, I think, rather than try and measure 6 metres.
Well, if you think the floor will take it.
chair hasn't taken it, has it? The chair's broken. We noticed my chair was broken the other day.
The chair is a bit broken, yeah.
Yeah. This is a
Not
very...
in a way where it's going to sort of imminently collapse, but...
This is a very coarsely twisted stuff, look.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, if I do this and now pull it all the way to the end, I should have 2 even-sized pieces, shouldn't I? Each of them might be a bit longer than it needs to be, but...
If I did that, I'd have 2 even-sized pieces. When you do it, who knows?
The main objective is for it to be fun, so what's everybody else doing?
Well, I'm sat here doing nothing.
Carol's already told us. Was Carol knitting? See, I've already... What is it with my head? I think my head's not very well.
Yeah.
Okay, and the 4mm natural cord to 9 20cm pieces. I'm never going to get 9.
Rachel's colouring, nice and chill.
Surely I'm not going to get 9 20cm pieces out of that. Let's see. 1,
Let's.
2, 3.
Jackie's doing a secret project that can't yet be revealed.
6, 7. I know what it is. 8, 9. I take it back. You can get 9 20cm pieces. It's a very exciting new secret project. I love a secret project when I'm in on it.
Oh, look at that. The instructions have got a QR code on. All you need to do is just quickly scan that. You'll find that easy, right?
Not on my phone.
It's hilarious. Her phone just... It's not even that old. It's just things it refuses to do.
It is rubbish, isn't it? Trying to book a taxi on it. Trying to read a QR code. No. Tried several different apps and things.
You should probably get an iPhone.
No, I shouldn't. Thought you hated Apple.
Oh, I hate Apple. They're terrible for me, but for you, probably a good match.
It's interesting they have other how-to videos and project ideas, though.
Yeah. Snoppy just finished off a pouch, trying to crochet now between grabbing tissues and coughing. Unpleasant.
Carol's got a jumper and a sort of vest thing to get on the go.
Nice.
Oh, it's horrible, isn't it, when you get so... I was like last night, for some reason, in the middle of the night, it feels worse, doesn't it? And maybe because the tablets are worn off, I don't know. But I was wanting to cough, but every time I coughed, my throat hurts and my ears hurt. So I was like...
Yeah. The worst is when you get like a chest infection and when you lie down you can't breathe.
Yeah, that's a bit scary, actually.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I've managed to cut them too.
Oh, Jenny's sick too.
Can't have done that very carefully, so I'm going to have a couple of short ones now, but I'm not going to worry about it.
Well, as you always say, there's nothing wrong with a short one.
No. Short is beautiful. Right, using the file... Oh, I think it doesn't tell you to fold this in half. Oh, fold each of the 6mm pieces in half and lay the centre points over one another as shown. Okay.
Yeah, Snuffy. I suppose basically you are drowning, just only with internal fluids. It's thoroughly unpleasant.
Pretty scary. I ended up in that emergency room for that once, didn't I? Oh.
Yeah.
She said it sounds like your lungs are full of water. I've never heard anything quite like it.
It's basically what poor old Archie had going on, isn't it?
Yeah, poor old thing. Okay.
He was still always up for a fight, though.
Right, I think I have to pin them here now.
Jackie, I think the Hobbit's phone might be an Oppo.
Yeah, it is an Oppo. Yeah. Is yours
I think
rubbish
it's a
as
fine
well?
5 though. No, best phone she's ever had.
Well, maybe I'm using mine wrong. Mind you, I bought it longer ago than that,
Yeah.
probably, but
You almost
okay,
definitely are using it wrong as well, but it's not entirely your fault.
it's almost
The phone
certainly
is just bad.
it's almost certainly at least partly user error.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm doing that right, but we'll soon find out.
What's always funny is when something doesn't work for you and then I do exactly the same thing on your phone and it does work, just to make you look like an idiot.
Yeah, but sometimes you find that you can't as well.
Yeah, most of the time it's not you.
You have often said it isn't just me.
Yeah, and even when it does work for me after it hasn't worked for you, it still wasn't your fault. Just spite.
Now, I saw someone on a comment on one of Christine's videos the other day where she was plaiting that cord. Somebody suggested that rather than, because if you're plaiting or winding anything, you find that at the other end they twist themselves together, don't they? Plait themselves together backwards. And what the person suggested was that if you make each one into little bundles, it's a bit more manageable and just unwind what you need as you go along. So I'm going to try that, because these are really long, 3 meters each length.
Yeah. Of course, sometimes the fact that they tangle themselves together is handy. It's basically how we make rope and yarn.
Yeah.
Spin thing here, it twist.
I think maybe you've got a better version than mine, Jackie.
Probably.
I would have been a cheapskate about it because I'm really not at all wedded to my phone, so I wouldn't have wanted to spend much on it. But I think probably I bought whatever was the cheapest available. So it's probably not the most up-to-date or anything.
Of course, the problem is then it doesn't work, so you're never going to get attached to it because it's just annoying.
Yeah, because it's just annoying. I use it for photos. I use it to, if we're away on a trip, it's handy to be able to keep in touch, but I don't.
Yeah. The camera quality is okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
When you can get the camera to actually do its thing, it does it well enough.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Carol. During the night, you just feel so alone with it, don't you?
Yeah.
It's the same with insomnia. You feel like you are the only person in the world still awake. But I know it's not true because a lot of people.
The less likely you are to sleep.
Yeah, a lot of people in our community are up half the night as well. Definitely.
True.
Hi, Susan.
Hey, Susan.
Exactly. We'll be better for Christmas, Claire. That's we've got it out of the way now.
I'm hoping I'll be unwell for Christmas, so I have an excuse not to go to yours.
You've got to decide if you're going to stay over Christmas night or book a taxi now, because...
Yeah, I think I'm washing my hair that night.
Far left cord, okay, and the far right cord.
She's trying to pretend she's ignoring me.
And the far right cord. Okay, I can do this. It's not a problem. So that one goes there. That one goes there. Yes.
And it goes up through the thing.
Up through here and up through that hole, isn't it?
Probably. I can't see the diagram properly anymore, but yeah.
Does that look right?
Maybe.
I used to do this all the time without even thinking about it.
I mean, that's probably right. It'll form some kind of knot.
It has to be right.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think I've just got it arranged differently.
Yeah, that's going to be right.
And then it has to go the other way, so this bit goes over.
You just basically mirror the thing each time and knots magically appear.
Yeah. Kind of need to pull that tighter than... Oh! they're on the floor then.
That's what you wanted them. Keeps them out of the way.
Yeah. And
it's all
this
about
will be
efficiency,
pulled right
guys.
up to there, won't it? Yes. I'll get it in a minute.
Not to remind you of the brownies. You couldn't do them then. Fair enough.
It is strangely loosely woven, this stuff. And I can see that for the beard that's going to be good, because I'll be able to untwistle it if I want to, comb it all out, which they haven't done there, but I think I will do. Each time in each of these little kits I've gone my own way a little bit, so...
Well, that's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't want to just follow the instructions.
No.
That, like most things, would be too easy.
There is something very relaxing about just following instructions, though, sometimes. Yeah.
Yes, it depends, doesn't it? Sometimes you find the instructions very stressful.
Yeah.
Depends how well written the instructions are and how much you want to do what they're instructing, I guess.
And if it's diagrams or photos, they can be really helpful, but they can be confusing if they're not done very well.
There is definitely an art to doing good diagrams and instructions.
You can see why that's called a square knot, can't you? It is
quite square, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm on a roll now.
Basically how we made those keyring things, isn't it?
Hey, Sue! I've already said hello to that, Sue.
Yeah.
Yes, how you make those paracord key rings and stuff, yeah. Another thing I've got on my list of things to do, which is growing all the time, is bags, woven bags like Viviana. Do you remember a couple of lives back there was a prize pack from Viviana, who one of the things she included was a purse charm, and we showed some pictures of her amazing woven bags that she puts these purse charms on. Anyway, so she sent me some very sort of brief instructions and some photos to help me work out how she does it. So I need to get hold of some kind of sash cord, but she said it needs to be quite stiff. Exactly done it, that's what I think. Yeah.
Well done, Sue. Managed to put a lamp together.
Oh, well done. I was quite proud just putting my branch tree together. It came with a pair of soft cotton gloves. Hang on, let's show you.
Yeah, bit odd.
Whoops. It came with these cotton gloves, which I didn't have to use, but I've kept them up here thinking it'd be good for something. Because I suppose you could hurt your hands kind of pushing the branches in, but I didn't need to use them. I reckon they've had a couple of complaints or something, and so they've put gloves in to say, hey, Frizzy Bee.
Linda followed instructions this morning and made some red lentil soup. Yuck, apparently.
Oh, no.
Was it instructions to build a shelf or something? You accidentally ended up with soup.
Oh, I love lentil soup. Maybe there's red lentils too. Is it yuck because you hate lentils or something, or was it just a yuck recipe? Or lentil soup is a real comfort food for me, a bit like
it can be pretty
chicken
good,
soup for some people.
Hey, Marion. Couldn't get chat to work, making a rope cord for a nice bag. No. Oh, rice bag, sorry, not a nice bag. Very nice.
Oh, how are you making rope cord?
Oh, you're giving Snoppy an idea.
Yes, it's macrame, however you want to say it. I know I'm not saying it right. It's this little, it's another one in the 12 Days of Christmas box from Stitch Kit that I'm working on, but I've had to skip day 3 because it's a counted cross stitch and I can't be doing that on a live. Hang on, I've lost my little bundles now, see?
Oh. Isn't this the knot that if you forget to alternate the direction, it ends up twisting?
Yeah, which is quite nice as well, actually.
Yeah, if you happen to want
Depends
twisting.
on what you want, yeah. I'm going to have to bundle this up again. That bundle tip is a really good idea. I've been enjoying your Christmassy things Fizzy Bee? The first one
I
I
haven't
watched.
managed to catch one of your streams yet.
The first one I watched, it does fall when I'm cooking dinner, so I was there trying to watch it on my tablet. My tablet's rubbish, you can't even see the chat on it anymore, let alone join in with the chat. And so I ended up getting my phone, got food all over it. So
Excellent work.
it's nice to watch even if you can't chat.
We really need
It's
to
nice
get you
to
some
see
kind of
the
new
chat
tablet,
even if you
don't
can't
we?
join in. Pardon?
'Cause we really need to get you some kind of new tablet,
Yeah,
because
at
that
least
old
a new
iPad
tablet.
is really
Mate,
starting to just not work.
Yeah. I mean, it's the annoying thing is it still works. It's
Yeah,
just
but
that
none of the apps
nothing's
support it
supported on
anymore,
it anymore. Yeah.
which is very annoying given that they totally could. They
Yeah.
just choose not to.
I can't even watch BBC iPlayer, which is what I used to do a lot. I would watch MasterChef when I was
Yeah.
cooking for inspiration and that kind of thing.
Ooh, Susan's using her grandpa's old coffee pot. Nice.
Oh, interesting.
What kind of coffee pot is it?
Is it like a metal one you put on a stove or a...
Because I got one of those percolator things and then never used it because I don't really like coffee.
Why did
I
you
think
get
it
one of
was
those
to you in the end.
percolator things?
Yeah, I thought maybe if I made fancy coffee
You might
in
like it.
some way, I might like it. But
Do you like the smell of it, like when you walk past a coffee shop, or do you just hate that smell?
see, I always like the smell of coffee.
That's what I was just asking. It was you I was asking, Tom.
Yeah, well,
Do you like the
Yeah.
smell of it when you go
it
past a
smells
coffee
good.
shop?
Yeah,
Yeah. So you should like
Just
it
the
then.
taste. It's always just ridiculously bitter to me.
Yeah, it's one of the things I like about it, I suppose. So yeah.
Yeah, it does seem like I've got that gene that makes me taste bitter things much more strongly.
Yeah. A metal one that percolates. Ah, yeah, I know what you mean. Fabric cord is easy, the macrame I used to do. I want to know how you make the fabric cord. Is it the kind where you like twist it together and then you fold it in half and they twizzle together like that? Is it that one? I love that. It feels like magic every time to me.
Did say twisting two lengths of fabric together previously, yeah.
Yeah. That'll be it then. So it's like you can twist them together, and if you twist them together tightly and then suddenly fold them in half and let them go in the right way, they just twizzle back on themselves and then they keep the twist. And I still don't understand how that works, but it does.
Yeah.
I know I did say I would endeavour to finish these little projects during the lives, but this is quite long-winded having to do all this before you put it together. But hey ho.
Oh, it's so annoying, isn't it, Claire, these days? Smart TVs. You can only buy a smart TV.
And sometimes you
it
don't.
takes like 12 minutes to turn on.
Yeah, because you
and then
basically.
after a couple of years, it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah,
It just,
because it's not compatible with anything anymore. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Basically, you've got a little computer there, haven't you? And sometimes I just think,
Yeah.
I just want to go back to the old days where we had 4 channels. You switched on, waited for it to warm up, and then you got up off your arse and went and pushed a button when you wanted to
wait
change
for
the channel.
tubes to warm up.
Yeah.
Well,
I can
Hey,
still
Jean.
remember the novelty of when we had Channel 4 come in, because it was only 3 channels before that, and the super novelty of all-night TV starting.
it not just signing off for the night and going
Yeah.
to a test term.
And luckily for me, late-night TV started kind of not long before your brother was born, so there was something to watch while I was pacing up and down the room with him
Yeah, nice.
night after night. This is getting twisty now, I think.
Talking of the test card thing, is it just me, or was the weird image of that little girl and stuff on the test card quite creepy?
It is quite creepy.
It's just,
Yeah. Wasn't she supposed to be was she the daughter or granddaughter of someone big in the BBC at the time or something? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's just a ghost that haunted the TV studios.
I was just going to say, Jackie, just now, it was always like the kids had to run over and keep changing
You are the remote control.
the channel. Yeah. Hey, Jean. Have I missed anyone else while I've been busy
Probably, yeah.
knotting? Probably. Can't see anyone else I've missed. The national anthem, yep, at the end, definitely. And like for kids programs, basically they finished about 5:30. Then the news came on, and then it was the horrible soaps. I always hated it when the soaps came on.
The clown on the test card, that is
the
weirdest part.
Yeah, creepy.
Clowns are always creepy and weird.
Well,
especially
I used to
when
be
they're
a clown.
your mother. Used to be.
Still a clown at heart. I was
Still
born
got
with
the
the
face
nose
on.
for it. That's what it is. I saw that, Sue. I think you're picking it up from Tom. I'm going to have to rebundle these because
I'm
they're
a bad
getting annoying.
influence on people. I think my favourite thing, though, has to be the fact that so many people in the community mock you for being a hobbit when they're the same size or shorter than you.
There's a lot of short artists in this community. I am not alone, for sure. Got a knot there going on. I don't know how I managed that.
Frizzy Bee's aunt was a clown. Nice.
Oh, really? Oh, Nationwide. Yeah, I hated that too. They used to pull up the sofa close to the TV so you could change the channel with your toes.
Did you ever get told that being so close to the TV would turn your eyes square?
Was Hoopla the name of your aunt's clown name? My clown name was Doodah.
Filth.
Well, it wasn't considered filth in those days.
It is now.
I used to do I did kids' parties and, fates and things. Holiday camp afternoons.
Did all kinds of stuff.
And actually, we did some quite creative stuff as well. We ended up doing like little puppet theatre workshops with kids, and because we did a puppet show as clowns, we did a puppet show, and we did like creative workshops, turning junk into puppets and things before it was really a thing, recycling
See, I
junk
remember the
into
whole clown
stuff.
thing quite fondly.
Good.
My brother, on the other hand,
I don't think he was too
didn't seem so keen.
He was mortified. So sometimes I had to show up to pick you up from school still in my clown gear, didn't I?
Yeah.
We used to try and fit if we did a show like at a hotel or a holiday camp or whatever campsite in the morning, we'd try and get another one in the afternoon, or a birthday party sometimes, and quite often there just wasn't time to change before we came to pick you up. So
Have you been paying Jackie the same as you did Johnny?
Yeah, Johnny said I wasn't as small as he was imagining either. He was expecting to be embarrassed because he's quite tall. He was expecting to be quite embarrassed walking up the road with me, but
He wasn't embarrassed because you were short.
well, he's just embarrassed anyway. Do you know, I wondered that, Marion. I thought I kept the outfit, but I think in one of my moves I must have had to get rid of it, and I can't actually remember what happened to my puppets, except when I went down to Cornwall just recently, my sister had the clown puppet. So they haven't all gone, but I think I had big hooped trousers.
Some of them in my shed.
Have you? Have you told me that
Possibly.
before and I've forgotten it? Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you were going to ditch them, but I kept them, I think. Some of them came up with me. Some of them were lost in the move up to London. Possibly, I'm not sure.
You didn't have my big trousers or anything, did you?
Don't think so, no.
No. And Tom made a very cute clown. He was a little skinny mini in those days, full of beans.
Things have definitely changed.
I used to occasionally, I would go into, they would give me a call that one of the kids in the hospital children's ward had a birthday or whatever, some special occasion going on, and we would go in and take them. What did we used to take them? We used to just like have a laugh with them, and we used to take them a present or something, a balloon or something. I can't remember what we used to take them, but just generally mess about and chat to kids and stuff.
Do clown things.
Yeah, and you would have been like under 10 at that point, Tom, wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably.
So I used to dress him up. He used to look so cute in his little clown costume. And you would just throw yourself on the floor to entertain them, and the nurses would be like, oh my God. She's letting him throw himself on the hard floor. Anything for a laugh. I've gone wrong with that one.
That not went wrong, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was the first one you crossed over didn't go on the right side of the thing,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Like you say, you soon know if you're knotting them wrong because they start twisting or they just don't work at all.
Yeah, hopefully
Like
the
a
kids enjoyed
symphony,
seeing
yeah.
a child clown.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think kids have got a really short attention span now. I mean...
Yeah.
Oh.
People talk about social media rotting kids' brains.
Yeah. So Fizzy B saying she would leave our house in full garb with the red nose on. Yeah. Wasn't a clown in your house. And I used to forget that. So my friend Lynn, we did it. We had like a business partnership, if you like, and she would be driving because I don't drive. And we'd load all the puppet show booze in the back and everything, and you'd be driving along and you'd just be, to be honest, it's shattering. It's fun in a way, but it is absolutely shattering. If you do it, if you put some energy into it, which I think you need to, you'd be wiped out, and you'd be sat there like on the way home. You've done 2 shows already, and you've got another birthday party to do, and you think, and resting bitch face takes over, but you've still got this clown face on, and you suddenly realise
the best of times,
and you suddenly realise that someone in the car in the traffic queue next to you is giving you a very strange look.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those are the days. Just puppeteer as well. Oh, I didn't have the big shoes, Jackie. No, I'm too good at falling over my own feet already. I've actually got huge feet anyway for my size. My gynaecologist in my first pregnancy, Miss Fozzard. I say it because that's how she spoke, Miss Fozzard. Old school consultant gynaecologist. Anyway, she, on our first appointment, she was taking note of my weight and all of that. My foot size came into it, and I thought, why do they want your foot size? Are they going to give me free slippers when I go in or something? But apparently she said, oh, good, a shorty with good big feet. And apparently it's supposed to mean that you won't have any problem. It's supposed to relate to the size of your pelvis in some way, so you won't have any problem with, well, it turned out to be absolutely rubbish because my feet might be big, but my pelvis wasn't, so they had all sorts of problems. But
I'm sure she wasn't just inviting you on a quest to steal some gold from a dragon or something.
Yeah. Oh, and the makeup starts, and it starts to itch, and you've got to glue the clown nose on, so that's uncomfortable as well. And there would always be, like, talking about kids' attention span. Some parents loved the puppet show as much as the kids did, or more. Sometimes they would book a puppet show because they hadn't recognised the fact that actually their kids weren't going to be into it anymore. So that was awkward. But so, when the kids are the right age, it could be an absolute joy. But sometimes you'd get asked, when it was to do the whole, I preferred doing like the campsite ones and stuff, because when it was to do a birthday party, basically the adults would all be in the other room with the egg sandwiches and the wine, and the kids would be in with us, and they might have 30, 40 kids in there, and you're basically babysitting as well as trying to do a puppet show and and
there's always going to be at least one little turd.
Oh, there'll be one who'll come up. I want to kiss the clown. And one of them one time came up, and I had the clown on my hand, so I got something itching my nose. I had the clown on my hand, and he went as if he was going to kiss the clown, and he squeezed my hand so hard he was in danger of breaking my knuckles. So Joey had to pinch him back to make him stop. But yeah, sometimes the adults will get right into it, because kids need to be shown how to interact with the puppet show.
Yeah.
They need to learn that when you go, I can't see him, where is he? That someone's supposed to go, he's behind you. No, he is. They need to learn that to really enjoy it. And a lot of the parents we used to find, I mean, we're talking a lot of years ago now, it was as if they were it was the same as plonking kids in front of a TV show. It was just basically we were something to keep them out of their hair rather than enjoy with them, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So these days, the puppet will be asking where someone had gone. One of the kids will be on Google Maps searching for it. So,
Yeah.
no, it's not gonna.
But we ended up doing the puppet workshops and things in schools, and I wrote all this blurb about the national curriculum and stuff, and we got Education Authority approval, and yeah, we did a lot with it. It can be a really educational thing, and a lot of kids, given the chance to create their own puppet and talk through the puppet, very shy kids will come out their shell and say stuff they couldn't say as themselves, you know.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah. That seems like a lifetime. Well, it is a lifetime ago.
Well, yeah.
It's almost your lifetime ago.
And I'm very old.
Oh no, Carol would know
Snoppy's being
that, wouldn't
filthy.
you? Because didn't Carol? You're a midwife, aren't you? Yeah, we all know that, Karen. Smutty.
Midwifery is one of the best words in the
Yeah, I
English
love that word,
language.
midwifery.
Sounds like someone who's just in the middle of farting or something.
Yeah, that's it. And some of our puppet shows were based on Aesop's fables and things. The more when we did the school ones, they were more educational and things, and you know, with like follow-on projects and things like that. But some of them, when we did for the campsites and the hotels and things, were just a bit of fun, you know. And there's a lot of booing and hissing, and he's behind you, and
Include some stuff in there for the adults watching along with the kids. That'll hopefully go over the kids' heads.
yeah, some sort of jokes that are a little bit like the kids won't even notice, but yeah.
Saying someone who does have a very nice sausage indeed, or whatever.
Yeah. But kids are a very honest audience. They won't politely sit there.
Yeah.
If you're boring, they'll just wander off or start creating mayhem.
Luckily, your audiences today are more resilient to your stuff being boring.
Well, now the kids would just also have phones in their pockets, and they'd all whip out their phones and be doing that, wouldn't they?
The phones are
Ignoring
already
me.
out. They wouldn't need to be whipped out. They wouldn't even know you were there.
See, if that was me and I'd have booked a puppet show for one of your parties, I would have wanted to do it, to watch it with you. I'd have definitely wanted to be part of it, you know? Enjoy
You'd
that
be more
with
interested
you.
than any of the kids. It's, you know.
To be honest, I'd rather do that than trying to make small talk at a party, because small talk is not something
True.
I particularly enjoy.
The only thing I usually hope for in a party is that there's a pet of some kind.
Yeah, that you can...
Go
Yeah.
and say hello to that instead. Hey, Jan.
Yeah. Have I miss Jan. Oh, there's Jan. Hello, Jan. I'm making a macrame Santa today. I don't like the word Santa either. It's Father Christmas for me.
Oh, Lucy's got to fly. Good luck with the school run.
Are you actually flying? That would
Go
make it
on
a
your
lot
broomstick.
quicker, Lucy. Thanks for popping in. Nice to see
Although,
you.
I wouldn't want to be flying if it's raining.
So, while I think about it, don't forget we've got our last Arty Farty party of the year on Saturday. So that's the 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. UK time one. We got some giveaways again. We've actually got a lot of giveaways, and I think I'm going to keep some of the ones I was going to do to the following month, so that we're not all... So it's not all totally giveaways the whole way through, do you know what I mean? So that we've got time to do a bit of crafting as well. But we've still got lots of things, and something for each country, definitely. Each part of the world that people are from.
Apparently Jan thought you were colouring.
Jan thought... I know, I'm going to be doing that on Saturday, Jan. Oh, anybody that hasn't seen, because I showed it at the beginning, this is the Arty Fartis Community Colouring Collection.
It's got a very handsome Santa on the front of it.
Yes. reminds me of someone.
Yeah.
I'm going to be not just colouring these pages, but using them to do various different media, different crafts and things for the next few weeks. I think I've plenty to keep me busy there. So I'm going to try felting and painting and stitching and stuff, as well as just colouring. So if you want to get hold of that, it's a free download, and the link to it is in the description box. It's a link to my Gumroad. It's all free to download. You have to make sure you put 0 in the amount thing. I think they insist you put something, but you just put 0. And,
I mean, you
and
can
then
put more than
get
0
it
if
free.
you really want, but, you know.
But yeah. But,
knock yourselves out. But.
And there's all of the images have been contributed by different members of our community. So a couple of them are in here. So, well, you and me, Tom. Rachel's here. Well, she was here earlier on. Who else is here that... Abgarok's not here today. Abgarok's got more than anybody. It was Abgarok's idea in the first place.
Much appreciated, Jan.
It's 13 different people. Jan, I noticed that you did. You didn't need to do it. It was very kind of you. Thank you. They send you an email, and it's nice to see. Apart from anything else, it's just nice to see how many get downloaded, because like if only 6 people downloaded it, we wouldn't bother doing it again, would we? Basically.
Well, it'd be a lot of work for just
Snoppy,
6 people.
that's another one who's here who has got a page in there. Claire's here, isn't she? Yeah, Claire's got one in.
Yeah, a few pages from Claire.
Yeah. We haven't seen Susie Q today, have we? She sometimes sneaks in her lunchtime, doesn't she? But
yeah. How did you manage to get that tangled around the pin?
I don't know. I couldn't do it again if I tried.
It's quite a loose cord, isn't it? So
yeah. What I don't understand is if I'm knotting with these all the time and they were all the same length, I'm going to have a lot of this core one left over, aren't I?
Yeah.
So I'll just keep going till I've run out of this, basically.
Yeah.
It is definitely easier when you make them into bundles, but they keep coming out of the bundles. I need some little bands, but too lazy to find any.
Lazy bastard.
Must be nearly there by now. I remember doing it, Jan, back in the 70s. I went to evening classes, because we had no YouTube then. You either went to the library and you got a book and learned how to do it, or you went to evening classes, and that's what I did. That's where I learnt tatting as well.
It's going to sound like I'm laughing at you for remembering the 70s, but it's because that's what I'm doing.
At that point, I had a nutmeg brown feature wall, except we didn't call it feature wall in those days, but that's kind of what it was. Everything was brown, even my kitchen accessories were brown.
Nice. Must have looked so modern at the time.
Your dad made me a beautiful pine kitchen, custom made to my height. Joking aside, it's really nice when a kitchen is custom made to suit your height.
Yeah, I mean, even normal-sized kitchen units aren't as bad for you as they are for
tall
most
people.
men.
Yeah, I quite often think when I'm watching things like MasterChef and you get quite a tall guy, especially, where they're bending right down over the sink or the worktop, and I think, crikey, and they're spending all their professional life like that.
Yeah, doing the washing up really hurts my back a lot.
And I can appreciate that when I try using like a butcher sink, because they're right low down, aren't they? So I have to bend right down over it, and so it makes me think, crikey. But yeah, he made me this lovely kitchen out of pine from scratch. There was he just cut all the pieces of wood. He made all the doors from scratch, everything.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah, he would do, wouldn't he? And he...
probably bought several new tools to do it.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know where you get that propensity from, Tom.
Yeah.
You didn't stand a chance, actually, between me and your dad. You didn't stand a chance with that gene. And he also inset a huge slab of marble for me to do like pastry work and sweeties on and things.
Nice.
Yeah, that's very good. Brown and orange. Yeah. And Hessian. I think our feature wall. I think we had the walls painted in nutmeg brown, and then the feature wall was actually a chocolate brown Hessian effect wallpaper.
That sounds so awful.
I know.
It sounds really dark.
Yeah, and it was a little cottage as well with tiny thick windows. Plant holders, yep, and then we all used to have spider plants in them, didn't we? And straw dollies. Yeah.
A cork wall, yeah.
Cork, I'd have liked a cork wall. I think we had cork somewhere. Where did we have it? Did we have cork floor tiles maybe? We definitely had. I can still feel the feel of it with the quite big cork tile. I think it must have been a bathroom floor maybe.
Cork is quite a nice surface, isn't it?
It's a lovely warm surface. Yeah. Spider plants are brilliant. Even I can't kill them, and I'm not great with indoor plants.
No.
The way they have the little babies, and you can just pick them off so easy and regrow them.
Just like spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not sure I'm going to finish. What have I got? Oh, it's all right. I've got an hour left.
You've got loads of time, yeah.
Yeah. There's still a chance I could finish this. I mean, you don't want these little projects to be over with too quickly, do you? You want to, you want to get some crafting time out of them, basically.
Well, quite,
Let's just move this up again.
If it's going to be just like 20 minutes, you may as well not be getting a kit. Just
exactly,
buy the
might as well just
thing.
buy a decoration. Yeah. I did get a couple of these Trimmets kits completely separately before I'd even contacted Stitch Kit, actually. I got them quite a while back, these Trimmets kits. Christmassy ones, I don't know if I've got them handy. Ready to go in the Christmas stocking for Saturday Live. There they are. These are little dinky ones.
Hey, Sylvia.
Hey Sylvia. So these will be up for grabs on Saturday. A little Christmassy dachshund. A little Christmassy cat. Cute. I suppose that's not necessarily Christmassy, but...
Question is, guys, answers in chat, which is better there? The cat or the dog?
The cat or the dog. And they're quite light to send those, so I don't mind sending them internationally, but trouble is, as they're Christmassy things, will they get there in time now? So, yeah. So I need to have a look at what I've got in the stocking and decide which ones are going to go this Saturday and which ones I'll save for January.
I was going to say that everyone in chat was giving the right answer, and then Sylvia came in with the wrong answer.
Oh, we could do a poll. Shall I do a poll?
We could.
No, we did cats and dogs last time. We can't do that.
We did, yeah. Did cat people and dog people this time. Oh, over the moon with an avocado bathroom.
Oh, yes, remember those. In fact, we still had one of them in Cornwall for years, didn't we? Couldn't afford to get it replaced for a long time.
Yeah.
Did everything I could to kind of detract from it. But, yeah. Aren't they supposed to be coming back in again now?
Probably. Oh, Canada's got a postal strike causing real problems.
Oh, yes, I've heard about that. Yeah. And people have been waiting weeks and weeks for their post. Yeah. And is it from what Paula was telling me, in New Zealand, they always seem to wait weeks and weeks. Even once it's kind of in the country, they wait a long time to get it. They don't even necessarily get post every day where she is. Oh, blimey. It does look a funny colour on screen, this. It looks a real fire engine.
Ooh.
I remember my granny's, I was just thinking about it the other day, because you know how smells will quite often evoke, and this is a nice smell, not a horrible bathroom smell. Smells will evoke memories. Smells and music, I think, more than anything else, evoke memories. Just, you don't even think about it, it just takes you back there in a really visceral way, I think. Anyway, something took me back to my granny's bathroom, and I used to love my granny's bathroom. And it was peach. The whole suite was peach. And I expect they'd saved up, and she'd, you know, taken a long time deciding on that, because it would have been a huge investment for them. And she had like, you know, one of the ladies to go over the toilet roll, and she had a jar with cotton wool balls in that matched, and the whole thing smelt of peach as well, because she had like peachy soaps and things in there. Yeah. And some smell wafted past me when I was out the other day, and I thought, oh, happy memories of Granny's bathroom.
Well, Sylvia's granny had a pink bathroom and it smelled of oil of Ulay.
Oh, oil of Ulay. Oh, it's oil of Olay now, isn't it? I don't know why they suddenly decided to call it Olay rather than Ulay. I can still see that on my mum's dressing table, along with Aquamanda was one thing that she had there, and there was something else with a Bieber logo on it. I can picture, but I can't think what it was now. Yeah. Oh, those are the days.
I've got a feeling Jan's sentence has some issues there.
Green, not we. We must look really odd in a green. We must look really odd in a green toilet. Yeah, that kind of we. Pee-wee. Yeah. Talc and bath cubes every year. Yeah, pretty peach. Yes.
Oh, Rachel, that's...
Has Rachel lowered the tone?
No, well...
Whole bottle. Oh! Did he have to take her to the A&E or something, Rachel? God, you think I would have made her horribly sick?
Yeah.
I can remember being given a little, when I was a little girl, being given a little, like a lip gloss, like a flavoured lip gloss. Because I smelt it and thought, and it smelt like fruity. They made it smell of strawberries or whatever it was. I thought, always being hungry, as I was then, bit it. Just bit it. And a whole, can you imagine that whole greasy stick in my mouth?
Oh, dear.
And then quickly hid it, because I didn't want everybody to know that I'd been so stupid and ruined a present someone gave me.
Yeah.
I would have been worried about being told off or laughed at for that. So I hid it quickly.
Still going to be laughed at now, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, I can still remember the
yeah, that would have been quite unpleasant.
Yeah. And it doesn't taste the strawberries when you eat it like that.
No.
Or cherries, whatever it's meant to be. Yeah, it was pink, whatever it was. Oh, dear. That was one of the very few times, in fact, I think the only time that we spent Christmas with my father and his wife, and we didn't see them often, so I felt really shy of them, and I was desperate to impress, I was desperate to please. And then I went and bit the top off of one of the things they gave me, so yeah.
Good job.
It's funny the things you remember, innit? I quite often find myself thinking about that for one reason or another.
Why are there so many people or people's children in here eating and drinking things they shouldn't?
The top of it shouldn't make it smell edible.
No.
Whole box of TCP throat lozenges. Oh my word. I've never even heard of toffee glue, Deb.
No.
Yes, I do remember the roll-on lip glosses. They were like gloopy, weren't they? I couldn't bear the texture of them. But I do remember them in the 70s, during the time when we'd have had, it would have been like number 7 or minors, wouldn't it? Kind of, and we'd have had blue eyeshadow and very thin eyebrows. And very glossy lips.
Hey, Kate.
Hey, Kate! Just back from art group. Ah, wondered how you did that. So it's painted pom-pom wool. Oh, I need some close-ups. Actually, I was going to go back in after and look, because if you open in browser, you can get a closer look. So I'm going to do that from last week's and have a proper look.
See, when I hear TCP, all I'm thinking is the computing TCP, transmission control protocol. It's part of the communications thing used for the internet. TCP IP.
Oh. Nerd.
Yeah.
I think I need to move my pins again. For anybody that doesn't know, I'm still working on this. Well, not still, I've only started it this time. It's macrame gonk. Not so much scope to put my own spin on this one as with the previous two, but I think what I'm going to do, because this is so loosely woven anyway, loosely twisted, I'm going to open up all of these and brush them out and have a bushier beard. That's going to be my twist for this one. And I might even make a pom-pom for his hat or something. I just like making it my own, you know. Kate, have you seen, because Kate's our arty, although as I say, I think there's lots of scope for stitches with this. Is our stitches and felters. This is our community colouring book, free to download, all the work of 13 people, 13 of us all together in the community. And I think there are lots of different ways to use these images that I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks. So on Saturday, I'm going to actually be working on at least one of these, but I can't decide which one to go for. I might go for one of Abgarok, seeing as it was Abgarok who suggested in the first place. That might be a way to decide. I might go for one of Tom's mandalas. I liked the fishy mandala. Can you imagine a fishy mandala?
Mm.
What are you sniggering
And Jan,
at?
I'm not enough of a show-off to try pronouncing that.
I can't see that. Show off. Trichlorophenomethyl. I was doing all right until then.
Yeah, that bit's fine.
Trichlorophenomethylidosalicyl. It's usually salicylic acid, isn't it? Methyl iodosalicyl. What is that? Oh, TCP.
TCP, yeah. I much prefer my form of TCP.
Yeah. Yes, 4 p.m, Rachel. So I haven't got long to finish my Santa. Why do I keep calling him Santa? Why didn't you say Santa?
And on until 4 p.m.
Yeah. I did wonder on Saturday, I wondered about starting at 7:30 and finishing at 10:30, but I've decided against that because I think 2 hours is long enough, and I'm going to just not do all of the giveaways. I'm going to keep some back for January rather than have a complete giveaway fest like we did the last time we did one.
It's a bit much when we have just like non-stop giveaways, isn't it?
Yeah, and I do think, they're called arty farty parties, so I do need to do some arty farting. I'll do mostly arting, less farting maybe, as Tom will actually be with me in person for that. Because in case anybody doesn't realise, he's not actually here with me today. He's joining me remotely.
Which is why her head is remaining unpatted.
Yes. All my stomach's rumbling. Did I eat lunch?
No, I didn't. Yeah, you're remembering Frizzy Bee's Santa crochet along.
Yes. Hang on, no, she escaped her. Hang on, what have I missed? I am. What have I missed, Tom? I just heard the end of what you said there. I'm remembering.
Wait, what?
Or were you reading that out to someone else? I heard you say you're remembering frizzy bees.
Santa crochet along.
I am.
Yeah. Which is why you're saying Santa.
Ah, yes.
Rather than Father
Yes,
Christmas.
that could be it. That's why it's stuck in my head. It could be. Yeah. Yeah. I did love that
Apparently
woodland
you
take.
don't have to fart.
I did love that woodland take. Any excuse. He didn't do it at the start this time. He's been waiting for that opportunity to do that. Oh, I know, Marion. It's good, isn't it? And I actually did manage to set up quite a bit of the stream all by myself today, didn't I?
You did this time, yeah. You did last time as well, to be fair.
Not really. I needed a lot of prompting last time.
But yeah, normally we have an even cleverer setup where we've got like me with a green screen and it looks like I'm in the room, but
yeah. But I've got the webcam.
Tiny person stole my webcam.
Until I can afford to get my own. I must get round to it. Oh, my ears hurt. Oh, I've got a pain shooting through my ear at the moment.
I know, you know how we feel listening to you speak.
I also have discovered today, as I got out of the bath, I thought, oh, I've got an enormous bruise on my foot. Can you remember me doing anything, dropping anything on it? Or it looks like I've dropped something heavy on it.
I mean, you're constantly trying to kick me.
Oh, I'd remember. And it doesn't even really hurt unless I press it.
Yeah.
Right, fold one end of the...
Just old
Till you
age,
reach
isn't it?
the end, cut off the
Probably
long
putting
ends
your
to
sock on,
tidy.
did it?
Okay, got to keep going. Yeah, I liked
I don't know what you're talking about, so I'm not naughty at all.
He's always been naughty. He was just like, yeah. Fortunately for him, he can be quite charming with it. That's how he got away with it when he was a kid.
Yeah.
But you weren't ever nasty naughty, so... And you were quite endearing with it, so that's how you got away with it. Now, how am I supposed to finish these ends?
Exactly, Marion. She kicks me and hits me all the time. She's vicious.
It's not true. It says
Well, it's not true. She
cut
tries.
off the long. If I just cut off the long ends, surely it will come unravelled.
If you cut them off really close, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it says. Cut off the long ends to tidy. Look.
I mean...
It's not saying about... And it's not... It feels like it's pure cotton, so if I burn the ends, it's not going to finish it, is it? So...
But, I mean, those are knots all the way along. So
yeah, I suppose, yeah.
even if that cord came out the middle, the knots would still be knotted.
Yeah.
The ones in the middle are basically just providing bulk. Because it doesn't really weave through them, does it? It just goes...
It just wraps around them.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Okay, well, we'll trust the process then.
You can always put a little dot of super glue on it if you don't trust it.
I might do that. But then I wouldn't
like
know where
being
to put
cotton,
the glue.
you're not going to melt it like you would.
No, if it was paracord, I'd just melt it, yeah.
Yeah, paracord is very nice to work with in that regard.
Yeah. Kicking Tom. Kick him. Yeah, should
you can
Tom
have a poll on whether or not I should dress as a clown if you want. You may be disappointed with how the results are interpreted, but...
Should Tom wear a stupid hat on Saturday? Should he have baubles in his beard?
Luckily, the only person who can set up a poll is
I can do
too
a poll.
old to know how to do it.
No, I can do it.
You can definitely see that you don't use the number row much on your keyboard. Or the
I can't
Q or
spell
W
either.
keys. Surprisingly, not much of the P key either.
There we go. You can all vote now.
Oh, look at that. No, it was 100% for a second. And now I'm going to refuse to look at it after that 100%.
Yes, 89. Yes, 90. Beard lights. Yes. An LED light garland, beard garland. Okay, what's next? Fold one out. I'm going to risk cutting this off and see what happens.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
Oh, not that one.
Hopefully it'll be hidden. You know, in the.
Yeah, I mean the way you're going to fold it up, you can hide it well enough.
Loads of this other one left.
Yeah, it feels like they could have told you to
Cut
sort
it
of
into
arrange that a
thirds.
bit better. Yeah.
It could have been in thirds, and you could have got more from it, couldn't you? Fold one end by approximately 12 centimetres. This will become the bottom of the hat. I think that's more likely going to be
She said bottom.
12 centimetres. Bottom of the
Unfortunately,
hat.
Noah has only got 6%, which is unfortunate given that Noah's going to win anyway.
Big balls. Yeah, everything. The whole works. I think we should just totally decorate him. That is so true, Carol.
Yeah.
I'll do it 7 more times to create the hat shape as shown. So that was once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't do it 7 times. Okay. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that does it. Now I'm going to wish.
That's a way to do it.
I once tried, when I was in my puppet days, I once tried using one of the little gadget things you can put in your mouth to make that
Those
punch
are weird, aren't they?
voice.
Yeah.
I tried it, but it just, as soon as it's in my mouth, I gagged and I was so afraid of swallowing it. They come with a cord on, just in case that happens. But they're made of metal. Or the one I had was. Or there's metal in it.
Yeah.
I couldn't get on with it. Okay. Thread. See, now I've got this all in my hands and I'm supposed to thread the needle. I didn't get a needle. Did you see a needle? Well, I
That'll
opened
make
it.
the needle much harder to thread.
We didn't get a needle, did we? Well, I'm going to use the needle that came
I
in
don't
that.
remember you mentioning a needle.
Will that one work?
Yes, I saw those. Those are an interesting option, Jackie.
Got to put this cord through it, so it needs to be a pretty fat needle. Let's hope I can do it with this one. Should we have a peek and see if anybody put anything in the live stream follow along? Yes, beard lights. Thank you, Jackie. There's still time. Are they on Amazon? Let's have a look in the live stream follow along. I'll give you a peek at Discord as well. Here we go. Well, let me just make sure I'm not in a private message or something in there. No, I'm not.
Yes, that would be awkward, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Give away secret products and that.
Why's it not working?
Because you got to double click on the Discord thing at the top and choose it again.
At the top in this?
OBS? Yeah. You know what I was saying before about because the window name changes.
Oh, yeah.
It gives up. And then choose Discord from that drop down.
It's already in Discord.
Yeah, but it's the wrong one. So
I see.
choose the one that does exist.
This one?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now when you press OK, it'll be good.
There we go.
It does that every time.
Look at the beard lights. I've got to go in here to open it up. Hang on. So they're all on little clips. I love that.
Yeah.
Did you find them on Amazon, Jackie?
Looks like Amazon.
Oh, look at this. Oh, Rachel, love that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Beard lights for women, so you could get some too.
Is that one of your cards? Rachel? Is that one of... Oh, no. It's so cute. Oh, look at this. Stitching a kooky type journal, running stitches taking ages. We just start a smaller one. Love that fabric. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stitching there. Wow. Isn't it lovely though that that is a really gorgeous fabric. Anyway, really love it. But you put all that stitching into it and it's just does something magical about the texture and just yeah. Even in a photo you can see that. Look at this drawstring pouch. Oh, that's beautiful. Some of that's that batik fabric. I always love that. That's gorgeous, Snoppy.
Apparently it's a sugar and sloth colouring sheet.
Oh, that's my tree. Beard lights for women, it says in the description, does it? Beard lights Christmas for men, women, pet. I don't think it would be very kind to put it on pets.
It would be very kind to put it on men or women either, frankly.
Oh, that looks exciting, Sylvia. So Sylvia's YouTube name is You and Me FPP. That's her YouTube channel, and it's FPP is it foundation paper piecing, Sylvia? And Sylvia will actually do these files. I suppose you'd call it a file, wouldn't you? Where you can send her an image and she'll convert it into paper piecing pieces like this. That's beautiful. That is so clever how that's done. Love that. Brilliant. I don't know how. I know if you start working that out, how you do those pieces. Very clever. Hang on, I just need to have another look. So even the letters have been done in separate bits, haven't they? Intriguing. I had thought at one point I might get Sylvia to do one for me, and then couldn't decide what picture would work well for it, and then completely forgot about it, like you do.
Good job.
I know. Right.
Oh, believe me, Jackie, she's been cheekier to me than I have been to her. She acts all innocent when she's on YouTube, but she's a vicious little so-and-so in private.
I don't need to back to that. Okay, I think I can do this. It says from the bottom to... I've just realised it does say through a yarn needle. It doesn't say the yarn needle, so...
Yeah, careful wording.
Yeah.
Exactly, Rachel. Works well enough because I couldn't say the actual word that I wanted to say on YouTube.
What are you two up to? Oh yeah, that would be good. That's a good idea, Snoppy. Yes, please, Sylvia. That would be fun. So that's for your grandson's table mat. Oh, lovely.
And yes, Jackie, you've met her pretending to be a pleasant human being. She can pretend for a few hours at a time. So
and so. Now, can I get this through here at the end? So this is actually quite a lot like, now I come to think of it, how those Christmas trees that Christine's been doing. She's been doing it with twisted scrap fabric. I'm going to have a problem getting this through. And what she's been doing is putting beads in between each one. They look really amazing. Nice. And I might see if I've got time to make some, because I think they'd fit quite well on my tree with all the other slow stitched. Basically that's a slow stitched tree, because it's either the decorations I've made myself or it's slow stitch tags that other people have sent me on there. I was very pleased with that tree for the price that I paid for it. It's very plastic, but you don't really see the plasticness.
Yeah, apart from the moulds being worn and it having a lot of flashing, it's quite good quality plastic there.
Yeah, it feels like it will last for years. Sometimes, you know, in terms of it being more environmentally friendly, you could argue that that's more environmentally friendly than a real tree would be, because that's not very sustainable either, is it? Growing all those real trees and then we all just bin them after Christmas. So yeah, because it's always difficult to know what to do with them. I think some councils will pick them up and then they put them through a shredder and it gets turned into mulch or whatever. I think the park that John volunteers at, I think they will take Christmas trees in actually and do that for you. I don't think I'm making that up. I do tend to make things up, so
yeah,
you know
I mean,
what I'm like.
You do make a lot of stuff up, but that sounds plausible.
Sounds like it'd be a good idea. If they're not doing it, why not?
Yeah. Be nice if people could
this is quite hard
keep them
because
alive and then,
my needle isn't long enough to get hold of. I need those pliers, which aren't here now. I think I've carefully put all the pliers away.
Freddy B's on to coffee number 2. It's a shame I don't drink coffee because I could do something to keep me awake while talking to this delightful person who's not at all.
You're calling me boring?
Yes.
I'm struggling to do this because the needle isn't long enough.
Yeah. Kind of need to do it through a section at a time like that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, don't
Jan,
put it all the way through.
that must have been quite unpleasant. I'm sure you said something along the lines of, "Oh blast, that was rather sore."
Oh, ouch.
I say, I'd rather that hadn't happened.
Thank you, Jan. I love my tree too. I just wish you could properly see it. That picture that I've put in Discord is a bit better, but it still doesn't really show it properly. Okay, that's actually not bad. In fact, the red that's shown in the photograph is more like the real red of this than that.
Yeah.
For some reason, why does it do that? Why is the red in the photograph okay, but this red is, I don't know, weirdness. Okay, so I'm assuming I leave that as the hanging loop then, and I can knot that too, can't I?
Well, you can try.
Okay. Let the bead onto the... Okay. Quartz jar. I love gnomes.
My parent is a gnome.
Just walked straight into that, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'm determined to get this through without bothering to use a needle, because if I use a needle, I'd have to use it twice as well. Ram it through there with the needle. That's it. That's got it.
Oh, yeah. Having to get a blister lanced is unpleasant.
Ouch. Whoa. I remember my sister, Mandy. Mandy's not here today, is she? It's her birthday on Friday, Tom. She used to suck her thumb really badly, and she used to end up with like a big lump there, and sometimes it would get infected. And I remember having like really nasty, having to get it treated and stuff. Yeah. Ugh.
You had a lace crochet hook go through the side of your finger. Oh dear. Oh. You don't want any kind of hook going through you.
Because they're very fine, those lace ones, aren't they? Go right down to almost like a needle.
A needle, but barbed.
I always wonder when someone's retracted a message. What was it? What was it you did say?
I'm sure she was saying something unpleasant. Said, "Oh, that hobbit on screen is so annoying," or something.
Oh, look, I didn't
pull it
read...
out and then turn to get the hook out.
I didn't read this in time. You can tape the ends of the cord so it's thread through the bead more easily. Would have been handy if I'd read that a bit sooner.
Yes, I thought it was men who were meant to not read instructions.
Yeah, well, I am distracted because I'm multitasking here. Sat on a big old darning needle as a child. Oh
dear.
Oh, your best accident like that, Tom, was zipping yourself when you were a little kid. You were like 8, 9, into a wetsuit. Can you remember?
Yeah.
And there was no choice. Actually, I think it was just your tummy you zipped in, if I can remember right.
Thankfully, yeah.
Yeah, and there was nothing else we could do but to quickly unzip it, so I had to kind of go...
Yeah.
Oh, you screamed.
Yeah, luckily it was just
it
wasn't as bad as it could have been.
It could have been a little bit lower down if you could have zipped more than your tummy in there. Would have been. I think we'd have taken you to A&E if that was the case. Got them to do it. They might have had to cut it off.
The zip that is.
Okay, I'm going to try now, because that's now come unthreaded. I'm going to try the tape the ends tip. Well,
the thing with my knee was probably more unpleasant, but it didn't really hurt at the time.
You were older then as well.
Yeah.
He appeared in the doorway of the sitting room saying, I think I might have cut my knee a bit or something. And basically gushing blood all over the place.
Spurt.
He'd lent on a bit of metal from inside the casing of a PC that had been left on the floor. That's what you get for having a messy bedroom.
It was on my bed, actually.
Well, even worse.
Yeah.
And it had just sort of sliced into your knee, hadn't it? Oh.
Yeah, it was a very cheap computer case, and they have these little sort of L-shaped brackets on the back. Took one of those off, and it was very thin, razor-sharp metal.
Yeah.
Didn't feel the thing cutting me at all. Just suddenly noticed that my knee was sort of wetter and flappier than normal.
In a way that you don't want your knee to be.
Yeah.
Still not happy with these ends here. Feel like...
I was lucky it didn't sort of cut through deeper and cut something that would have been problematic, really. It was just skin.
And of course we had a lovely time because I knew half the staff in A&E, so took photos, had a nice chat.
Yeah. And don't you still have the stitches from that wound in a
stuck into a scrapbook? Yeah.
Little weirdo.
Yep. I'm going to just put a dab of this glue on the end of there because I just really do not want that coming undone.
Yeah. Better to have one slightly rough gluey patch than
have the whole lot come unravelled. And once that's really set, then I'll cut it really close.
Yeah.
Once that's dried, that'll be fine. God, just inhaled that.
Stop huffing glue.
I was beside myself and didn't know what to do. Boo-boos and crafts, yeah. It's usually food by this stage in the live.
Yeah.
Or sometimes smut. Oh, yeah. Jackie, it's easy done.
Yeah.
Those kinds of appendages.
Unpleasant.
Yeah. Speaking of food, what's everyone having for dinner? I think I'm going to do
I can't even think of dinner at the moment.
A tagine again, actually. It's that kind of weather where I want something warm and comforting, in a bowl. Right, okay, let's see. If I put my mind to it, there's a chance I might get this done. Fold each of the pieces in half. Oh, using a glue gun or needle and thread. Oh, what? I'm not going to get a glue gun out. Attach each of the folded lengths onto the back of the hat. Oh, like this. Oh, it was a bit messy.
You
I
don't need a
assumed
glue
it was
gun
going
for
to be
that.
knotted in some way.
Oh, that's what that little piece of cloth stuff is for. You cover the...
That's a bit messy, isn't it? It's not going to look nice from both sides.
No.
To finish, tie a knot at the ends. I feel like there must be a better way to do this because I want it to hang on a tree, not on a wall.
Yeah. There probably would have been a nice, slightly neater way to do it if it got you to knot it in with the things as you were going.
I'm just wondering if I can literally thread it through.
It's quite an open yarn, isn't it? So you might be able to force it through the
2,
stitches.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I'm going to
So we're saying use a
try.
crochet hook and attach them.
Yeah, crochet hook. That would do it, wouldn't it? Just, I may need to. I don't want to have to go and get a crochet hook because I really would love to finish this before we
Lazy.
finish up. But
Not defrost or anything, so cheese on toast or soup. How about soup with a cheese toasty?
actually, do you know what? Tin tomato soup with a cheese toasty. I could eat that right now.
Yeah. Or I suppose a grilled cheese to any Americans watching.
Yeah. Yes. I'm going to try this instead. See if we can make it work
Yeah.
and look a bit better from both sides.
I reckon it'll be a nicer look if you can make it work.
Yeah. And to be honest, I've got to get a needle or whatever out to attach it anyway. So
Yeah. You might find the additional weight makes that bottom thing of red
come down too
pieces
much.
droop too much. You could use... You've got leftover red stuff. You could take some of the threads from it, use it as a thread to sew it together
Back
up
here,
the tree
so
invisibly.
up here. Yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
that if it looks like it's going to... Yeah, good thinking. Right, okay, let's get on this.
You know it'll be the right colour because it's the same stuff.
Yes, good point.
It was a brilliant idea, I agree.
Yeah. It'll go to
I
his
assume
head.
we're talking about the cheese toasty, not the thread thing.
Oh, I assumed the thread thing.
Oh, that's an okay idea, but not nearly as good as
Because I think
dipping
once
a cheese toasty in soup.
I'm hungry now. My stomach actually really knows it. It's not had lunch.
I had a massive lunch just before we started, as you know.
Yeah. And that didn't trigger me to think, oh, lunchtime at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Claire's lost the ability to taste anything other than the metal taste she currently has.
Oh, it's horrible,
Feels
isn't
like
it?
she's been sucking batteries. That's
Oh.
unpleasant.
How do you know what it's like to suck batteries, Claire?
Have you never sucked batteries?
No.
Have you never touched a 9-volt battery to your tongue?
No. But I
No,
do
you're missing
remember when I was a kid, I do remember sticking my fingers in an electric socket to see what would happen.
Idiot.
Yeah. And because
Presumably not much.
And because I, well, just because of how I am, I had to make sure all 3 holes had a finger in them.
Luckily, at least these days, maybe not back in the 1850s.
When they didn't even
It's
have
very-
electricity.
It's very difficult to electrocute yourself with UK sockets.
This is
Because
quite hard
you've
to
got
get
to
through.
push an earth pin in
Oh, yes.
for it to open the shutters on the other things. And if it's only partially in,
I got a feeling
legally the plug is meant to have insulators up a certain amount
yeah.
so that you can't even electrocute
So
yourself with the
that
plug.
can't happen. I got a feeling that was what first got me, because I remember looking very closely at the plug and seeing that there was something in there that you could press in and out. And that's
Yeah.
what fascinated me about it, and that is probably why I did it.
I mean, it is a fascinating mechanism.
Yeah. Let's hope this is going to work. Because if it does, it's much better than their original method. And I shall go to Trimmets and say, I've got some ideas.
Licking Chinese threads is like licking a battery. Yeah, we
Yes.
talked about that last time. We were talking about
Yeah.
macerating thread, weren't we?
I had no idea that that's how they did it. But now I know that. Every time I lick an embroidery thread, I'm aware of it. And sometimes some of them are distinctly sour tasting. Yeah. Interesting. Oh. I think this is going to work fine, and I think it will look a lot better.
I think it's better than using a glue gun.
Yeah. And having one that you can really only hang on a wall because it looks shoddy from the back. And I reckon once I untwizzle these and brush them all out a bit, it will look even better.
Yeah.
Oh, it's quite hard to get through though. That's it.
You're weird.
And actually, although there is a bit of gappage there, I think that's okay. As a
I think a lot of that gappage will disappear as well once you separate the things.
Yeah.
Yes, it's something along those lines. So, yeah.
Come out. That's it.
Hey, Catherine. You managed to make it
Hey,
a
Catherine.
little bit before the end.
You'll see my finished project.
Yeah. Will it have beard lights? Well,
I'm going to look at beard lights on Amazon.
well, luckily, I've managed to avoid having to have any beard lights on because the poll, it's 3% for no.
Oh, no, we didn't say it had to be unanimous.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, because it wasn't unanimous,
That one that isn't,
safe.
was that you?
No.
The one negative on that poll was you. Was that? I forgot, of course.
Definitely not.
You can vote because you're watching it. Everyone else, it was unanimous apart from you.
I've already eaten a hat for these people.
You did eat
I'm not
a hat.
going to wear one.
I had to make a hat for you to eat.
Yeah.
Okay, the nose is getting lost now. I'm not from that side, it isn't. I'm not sure about this one. Okay, let's untwizzle these quickly. I've just about got time.
Yes, it's a bit weird for a Christmas tree to be red and have a nose.
It's not a Christmas tree. It's the hat. I think at one point I probably confused things by saying it was a little bit like the way that Christine's been making her trees out of plaited fabric cord, and she's been threading a bead between each of the things to make these little hanging Christmas trees, which are really cute.
Well, I can see why they didn't bother fully separating all these strands now. It's doable, but it's a pain.
It's a pain, yeah, but it's a nice little extra thing, and I will get a comb or something and really
a
go through it in a
comb would
minute.
certainly be quicker than a needle, I guess.
Yeah.
The world's smallest comb.
Yeah, one tooth comb. Yeah. Or maybe I should give him some beard lights then.
Maybe.
Since beard lights seem to be a very popular choice. That had unforeseen... What had unforeseen digestive problems? What did I miss? Was it Andrew's liver salts again? We were talking about it the other day, weren't we? Yeah, this is going to take a while to comb these all through.
Yeah, the hat that I ate was
oh yes,
digestively unpleasant.
Yes, I forgot that. Yes, that did do funny things. Yes.
Yeah. I think we've still got that paper left, haven't we?
Yeah, and we had those pens. I came across them again the other day.
Yeah.
Edible pens, didn't we, with different flavours. We made that beautiful hat just for you to eat.
I mean, it tasted all right.
So before we go, because we'll be going soon, won't we? Let's just have a quick reminder. Saturday's our last Arty Farty party of the year. There will be a lot of lovely goodies in the Christmas stocking.
We're not going to do a big special Christmas quiz this year.
Well, we did that between Christmas and New Year last time, didn't we?
Possibly.
But this year, you know, the special for this year really is the colouring book. You know, we've spent the time on that this year, haven't we?
Yeah.
So, another quick glance at the colouring book in case anybody who's hasn't seen it. Here's the Arty Farty's Community Colouring Collection. You can download it free. The link is in the description box. It will take you to my Gum Road.
More.
You need to make sure you put 0 in the amount to pay thing to get it free. And they're all vector images. You get it as a PDF. They're all vector images, so you can print them off whatever size you like, and they'll still look good.
Yes, Sylvia, there was talk of starting earlier than normal.
Yes, I did say I was thinking about it, and then I thought, no, I think 2 hours is long enough, isn't it? That was only when I was thinking we've got an awful lot of giveaways to do, but what I've decided is I won't do so many. I won't do them all. I'll make sure we've got a few, so there's lots of chances to win, and there's something for every area in the world. But I won't necessarily, because I was going to do all the things that I'd made in the craft box subscription box review, and
that would require extra time.
But I'll link them over the coming weeks, I think, instead.
Yeah.
But I do have some really lovely special things, and as I say, something for different areas in the world. But I don't kind of want to be doing a giveaway every 10 minutes.
No.
Because I just think it gets a bit much, you know, and I want to have time for a bit more of the arting and farting. I think it's getting there. It needs a trim, and I'm not really sure what to do with this knot here. I think I'm going to have to glue that so that I can cut that off a bit more.
Yeah. That's probably a good idea, Catherine. Yeah.
What's that?
Get the Christmas presents done before downloading the colouring book.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Otherwise you get distracted. I'm itching to start. I've got so many ideas for different ways to use them, for stitching into, felting, zentangling into, collaging. I just think there are so many different things you can do with those images. They're brilliant.
Yeah.
Weirdly, I'm even quite looking forward to colouring in the ones I've done myself as well, because it's like something I did so long ago. It would be interesting to try them with different colours, or a couple of different ideas for the face masks one that I'd like to try out, you know. Because you don't have to print the whole lot. You just print whichever pages you want to print, whatever size you want to print them. And I'm going to transfer some of them to other substrates, like that glass coaster and fabric and canvas. I thought the Gabby one I might try putting on a canvas and actually painting it, because that's so much what I associate Gabby with. And like the Arily one, I'd like to put it onto watercolour paper so that I can use paints on there. And I'm desperate to have a go at doodling into the ones like Susie Q and Snoppy and Tori's doodly one.
Yeah.
There's an owl one that Tori did that I quite fancy doing in felt.
It does
There's
look
just so many different ideas.
ideal for some kind of fabric thing, doesn't it?
Yeah. I just think it's
And
good.
Marion, it's difficult to suggest where you could get the thing printed. It kind of depends locally.
Yeah,
Local stationery shops like Ryman or whatever,
do it.
they tend to do printing quite reasonably.
Yeah. Our art shop in Norwich does it. A lot of big stationers do it.
As Susan says, maybe the library.
Library, yeah. Sometimes you have to take, or you always used to, it's a long time since I did it because I just do it on my printer now. Sometimes you have to put the file on a thumbstick or something, don't you, Tom? And take with you. A lot of places.
Sometimes you have to take it into there. Sometimes you can do it online through their website and go and pick it up when it's done. Yeah.
So it can still be somewhere local, but you just send them the thing. Some people can even just send to a printer straight from their phone, can't they? And anywhere that still prints photos will do it, whether that's online or there will
be places where you can send it off and they'll deliver it to you, but with something as big as this, that may end up being more costly in delivery than the printing.
Yeah. I was hoping that by sort of leaving it a week or so, there'd be time for people to get it done, to be able to join in on Saturday. But it's something I'm going to be using it for weeks to come.
Yeah.
So you've got plenty of time.
Yeah, they're very much not all Christmas themed. So
no, not at all. There are a few Christmassy ones, but
Ooh, apparently it's snowing, according to Granny Sue.
Oh, really? I hope it's not here. I've got the curtains shut because the light was a bit hit and miss today. I do believe I can probably say I've finished another project. For anybody that knows what I'm normally like on Arty Farty Party Night, it's quite a miracle that I managed to do any keeping up with the chat. And do you know, I love the look of snow, Sue, but I hate it. I hate going out in it. I'm too afraid of falling over. Tell you what, another reason why I can't go on longer than a couple of hours is my throat is getting sore. I know you'd be gutted to think this is a possibility, Tom, but I might not be able to speak by Saturday and you'll have to do all the talking.
Oh, no. And of course, since you're still ill, I'm going to have to avoid you and join you remotely instead.
That's true. I mean, if it's really...
Shame.
To see how I go. I mean, I wouldn't blame you if you didn't want to catch this. We were all set to go to the cat cafe on Friday as well, weren't we? But I think I'm going to put that off now.
Yeah, so if you could keep the snow where it is, because we don't want any.
Yeah, we don't want any of that, thank you. Now, what do we think? Before I go, I've just sort of roughly trimmed that, very roughly. It's made it worse than it was before. Do I leave it squared off like this? Or would it look better if I trimmed it more to a point? I feel like I want to trim it to a point. What does everybody think?
Well, I want to say it'd be very unnatural for a beard to form a perfect rectangle like that.
Having said that, yours is very much a rectangle at the moment.
Yeah.
Even though you've not trimmed it that way, it's very strange. It's not often you've let it grow as long as it is right now. And maybe it just has always done that and you've just never given it a chance.
Yeah, it's bizarre though. It's like a beard shouldn't naturally grow square corners.
No.
How's it?
It's because you're just weird. Okay.
I am weird.
General consensus is...
I'm low poly.
General consensus is...
Yeah, people are saying point.
Point. I think I need my slightly better scissors. Let's just go for it.
Oh, not like that. Quick, uncut it. It's already better.
Yeah. There is always, isn't there? Even though initially I thought, oh, this is fairly, there's not much scope to put my own spin on this. There actually is.
Yeah.
I'll actually go through it. I don't think I've even just put my own spin on it. I think it's an improvement.
Certainly threading the things rather than hot gluing them on the back and...
Or stitching them on the back. That would have been really awkward.
Yeah.
What I did was actually easier, I think.
And then putting that little square of semi-transparent fabric over the back to hide it.
Yeah, I think that would have
it.
looked a bit unfortunate. It would have been sort of like that on the back. Yeah. No, it doesn't need anything. I mean, actually, the nose isn't showing from the back, but it doesn't matter because that could just be the hair from the back, couldn't it? What I didn't want was that messy stuff on the back, you know. What I don't want to do here is like your mum used to do on school photo day. Whoops, sorry. I bet that was horrible on the microphone. I just stabbed the scissors into the microphone.
Ooh.
Did that make a horrible noise?
Not on Discord, but possibly to those guys.
Sorry, guys, if I just hurt your ears.
See, I don't know if I was accidentally supportive and Jan noticed it, or if I was saying something mean like normal.
Have you got the snow? Oh, I reckon she's being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, better than the. Hi, Abgarok. Yeah, better than the instructions. I think. I feel like I want to give it a good brush out now, and then there's some bits where it's shorter, like there, that hopefully that will disappear.
The nose hairs are definitely a good touch.
Yeah. It almost looks like the tiniest moustache, doesn't it? It's a shame that knot is it because it doesn't show on this side, and this is the side that's hiding. So that's a bit. Oh, no, it would if I. It's like a real sort of hippie gnome, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to try and do that in too much of a rush now because I think it needs I'm going to brush it all out first.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to trim off this fluffy bit here once that glue's fully set. I think it has actually. And I might even put another bead on the top to finish that off. Mm-hmm. Or a bell, just because I like bells. I'll finish something
painting the nose
again.
red might be a good idea, yeah.
Pardon?
Or at least sort of painting the nose red might be a good, or at least sort of
give it a little blush.
Blushing it slightly, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea, yeah. Is that because we were talking about clowns earlier on? That's what put that into your head. Yeah, a little pom-pom on the top. That's a good idea. I'll put a pom-pom on the top. Yeah. In fact, I could probably make the pom-pom with the leftover. Although it feels like it ought to be white, really, but there's a lot of leftover.
There is, yeah.
Yeah, more than enough to make a pom-pom. Shall I make the pom-pom red? Feels like it wants to be white. I'll have a look. I'll see what I've got. But that's it, isn't it? And it's time to go. Come on, finish bang on time. What? Get me.
Look at
Come back up here. Oops. Lost the button. Lost the cursor.
Lost all the things.
Yeah. I'm really starving now. We weren't even talking about food a lot this time. It's shedding now. Can you see that? It's snowing. It's snowing in my craft room.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. I think it definitely needs a slight tightening of the hat loops.
Yes.
At the bottom there.
Yes, I think you're right. Yeah. He does look a bit of a hippie gnome.
He does a bit, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, right. That's it. That's me done. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
I really enjoyed that. Claire and everybody else is feeling poorly. Jackie, Snoppy, everybody is feeling poorly. Hope you're feeling better soon. Hope I'm feeling better soon. Thanks, B. Sylvia, we need to talk to you about doing one of those FPP things for me, please. That would be really good. I don't know if she's still got that in the Makers Market, but I'll talk to you. I'll message you. Bye, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. Enjoyed your company.
Like the stream, subscribe.
Finished a
all
project.
That nonsense,
Oh, yeah, forgot
or
that.
whatever.
Like the scream, like the scream.
Yeah, if you could like the scream.
And don't forget to click on that link if you want to download the colouring book and join in with some of the stuff we'll be doing with that.
Yes.
You can always just print off a couple of pages at a time. You don't have to download all
we've numbered
48
pages so that you can
print all 48 pages.
Know which ones to print out and so on.
Yeah. Right, let's go.
Bye, guys.
See you Saturday. Bye. Oh, how forgot how to end it.